As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Minnesota Vikings. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Burrow on first down. From the left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. On the carry.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And it's caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
To number 83.
A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team is going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. At the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. It is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Going up top. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A big play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
10 at the 36-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. Season. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bengals 14.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will make it into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10. At their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Aaron Carrots. And his crew will take over the football at the 35-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
1-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. They give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He finds some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
Ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Charles, Thursday night game, you think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming?
Uses the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fortunately for him, that ball stayed close so that he could recover it on his own.
And you know the prayers that were going through his head as the ball escaped from him? How happy was he at the end of it when he found the football again, able to retain possession?
Play action. It's Burrow. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Second and 6. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now a run with Cook. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Wide open receiver complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
21. Bengals 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
The 39-yard line.
The quick throw by Burrow is complete, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Complete.
So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline.
Complete.
His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A draw play for Mixon. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And inches.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Complete to number
From 19 yards away. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. He's picked up near his own 48, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. They'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 more yards there and another first down.
First down, Bengals.
Now Joe Mixon. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 2nd down, Burrow. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And he's going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it's amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back in the back 7, phenomenal.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Cook. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Well, going for Jefferson downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Vikings 28, Bengals 21.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 in a first.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun to give to Nixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Herb Smith Jr., his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
Makes the score Vikings 42. Bengals
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Trying to lay one up deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Burrow. Buying time to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They go play action with Burrow. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 15 yards on the play, first down. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game backs them up 5, 1st and 15. To the air again, Burrow. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. And Burrow going to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
To number 82. A gain of 14, but it's now third down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. That's out to the left and complete. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. The 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Burrow on play action. Flushed out right, and this is going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Here comes Webster. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
At the 50-yard line.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They run. Cook. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop. Because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 24-yard touchdown. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'll probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. Eluding the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 29. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defense Offensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw. And this is taken in. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Number 81.
A big play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bengals gain a bit of respectability. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it?
He's got daylight. 30, 20.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. On second down, here's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. It's Rose. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
Bengals first down.
Now Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, it's Cook. He takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of
no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up
2nd and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Bengals drive about to get going. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. He's going to let it fly. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this when I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Steps away. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance.
And got his man complete. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there.
Here we go.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Tucker with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous... The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
At the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A final shot now for Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them